by way of talking, kind of information that we are giving to the brain, to our whole inner self. Now when I am talking about neuro-linguistic programming, so neuro, as you have all understood, is the neurons, the brain cells, and the kind they use the information coming from the environment and how they process it. The linguistic means language. We all use two forms of language, verbal and non-verbal. So verbal is the kind of words, phrases we use for others and we use for ourselves. I am not good enough. I am not good looking. I cannot speak well. I cannot speak in English. Nobody is bothered about me. Nobody loves me. So these are the languages that we use for ourselves most of the time. Or we have expressions, gestures, beliefs and habits which are the non-verbal ways that we communicate with ourselves as well as with people around us. Now, programming, as we have all understood because of the computers, we understand that programming means that the sequence of actions that the brain does to use certain information. Now, over the years, the brain has been programmed in a certain way because of our past. The past could be in this life, or the past could be a previous lifetime also. Like the karmic theory we have all heard about. So whatever is our past experience, we learn from that and we create certain behavior patterns, we create certain habits. But if we are ready to change, the good news is that we can change this whole process. We can change the physiological patterns, we can change the habits, we can change our mannerisms, and as we change this, we can create a new present and a new future. Now when I say this, I mean we can work on all kind of physical ailments also. To help you understand better, I would give you some small examples, real-time examples where things drastically change. Now this is an example that I am giving you from US 1950. Mr. Wright had cancer. He had huge orange-sized tumors all over his body. Now he was in the 4th stage of cancer, and that is when he was in the hospital, and the doctors had said you probably won't live more than 2 months. And then a ward boy comes and says a new injection has come in the market and our hospital is trying it. Cribuzone injection is being brought in our hospital to give to all cancer patients. And if you get it, you will be fine. Now this is what the ward boy told him. This person, Mr. Wright, goes and inquires it from his doctor and he says, I hear cribuzone has come which will cure me of all my illness. The doctor said, we have brought this for 1st and 2nd stage of patients, not for you. He said, what's the harm? You can give it to me. He said, but that's not for you. He said, I'm ready to pay for it. You give it to me. I have a gut feeling that I'll be fine if I take this. And the doctor agreed. The doctor gave him this injection. Within 5 days, all his tumor vanished from the body. And he was discharged from the hospital on the 10th day. This was simply magical. And after he was leading a very good life, after 6 months, he read a newspaper article which said, cribuzone is not successful, it is just like mud. When he read this article, within 3 days, again the tumors started coming in his body. He rushed to his doctor. The doctor said, yes, what you read is true, but I have the first lot of cribuzone that cured you. I'll give that injection, it will work again for you. He said, okay, and the injection was given. And within 3 days, again all tumors went. The doctor wrote in his journal, I understood the psyche of the person, I just gave water injection. So that is the power of our mind. His mind understood that this cribbozone treated me in the first place and it can again treat me. A similar example, a more recent example I am giving you. 20 years back, a person aged 70 years in the village of Rampur, he was paralytic. He was staying with his son, daughter-in-law and his grandson in their house. One day the son, daughter-in-law and grandson were going out. Grandson was just 1 year old. And they were going out, they met with the accident. The son and the daughter-in-law died and this young grandson was left. When this gentleman gets the news, he doesn't know what to do, but the only thing prime in his was, I have to raise my grandson. Both his paralytic legs started working as he started raising his child. And he raised his child to become a doctor. I came to know from the doctor himself about this state that as he kept working, within 6 months his paralysis was out. So when we have a higher purpose in life, when we have a vision in front of us, a vision was there, I have to raise my grandson no matter how. Then we just forego everything else. Then we are not wanting pity for ourselves. Before that, he wanted pity from his father, from his son and his daughter-in-law. He wanted very seva ho. But then the whole goal changed in his life. He did not crave for any kind of seva from his grandson. He said, मुझे इसको बड़ा करना है जैसे मर्जी करो. Same is the story of Fauja Singh. You must have all heard about him. Fauja Singh was born in India in 1920. He was a very weak child. For 5 years he could not walk also. His legs were very weak. All his brothers and sisters studied very well. But since he was so weak, he was not put in any school also. His parents said, what is the fun of studying? You become a farmer only. He was in Jalandhar, a village near Jalandhar, and he became a farmer. All his life he was farming. In 1989, he went to London. He lost his son there. And that is the time he was in so much grief that he said, I cannot sit in my home anymore. What do I do with my life? I am so old. What do I do? And he started going out and running. At the age of 89, he started running to become a marathon runner in the next 5 years because he did not have anything else to do. He started running. He is now 113 years. He was in India in March to run a marathon this year also. This is the power. Now if I ask you from 113, if you subtract your age, we are all middle-aged then. None of us is old. So stop using the word called I am old, I am tired. We all have unlimited power inside us to heal us. It is all in the mind. So whatever goal you set for yourself, that goal is the driving force for the whole body. When we start thinking in the negative manner, that is the time the brain sends certain information to the body and the body starts becoming our mind. Each and every cell then starts imitating whatever information has come from the mind, and when that imitation starts happening, then the mind is no longer there. It is the body that controls us. The body will say, my legs are aching, let me rest. My shoulder is aching, my back is aching, let me rest. What's the fun? Somebody else will do this job. I cannot go out, I cannot do this thing. So the habit is formed then. If we are ready to break that kind of a habit, if we are ready to break the chain, then we can change our behaviors, we can change our thoughts, we can change our actions, and the moment we do this as a repeated action, a few times of repetition only is required, when we can get back our mind back. We are so habitual in doing certain things, like getting up in the morning from the same side of the bed, using the washroom, starting our day. We don't use our mind in all these things. So the mind is not existing anymore. It is the body only that is working. So now if you take a conscious decision, yes, I'll be my own mind, I'll be my own Brahma. And that is the time when you start thinking of certain activity that you need to do, and you say, I am going to do it, I am going to empower my mind back again, I am going to change my behavior and my habits. Automatically the whole body then starts changing. Each and every muscle cell, bone cell is programmed to be secreting around 1,50,000 protein every day. Now when a habit is formed of resting, of not doing work, or certain ailment has come inside us, this protein making mechanism of the cell reduces. The number of proteins that the cell is supposed to be making reduces drastically, and that is why the cells start malfunctioning. When we train the brain again to first unlearn what we have learned. First is the process is the unlearning, especially of all kind of unwanted memories that we have been carrying forward. When I take histories of people, they invariably tell me, okay, 15 years back something happened, 20 years back something happened, and since then this problem started. So we are carrying this memory in each and every cell of our body, which has been damaging each and every cell. The best part is our bodies degenerate every 24 to 72 hours. Our whole body becomes new, and we have that kind of a capacity of making the healthy cells, because the subconscious mind in our body actually has the blueprint, the actual blueprint of how our body cells have to be. When we are born, it is the subconscious mind that does not let the heart cells to be formed in the liver, or the liver cells to be formed in the intestine. So as the cells know how to be healthy, in the same manner, if once we unlearn all the negative memories that are there inside us, and we again start doing a process through meditation, through everyday listening only, and creating the kind of future we want. It could be health, it could be wealth, it could be better relationships, it can be anything. When we join our intention positively to whatever we want in our lives, it could be anything that we desire, then through the theory of quantum theory, we can create our own future the way we want to.